I've been buying domains for about 27 years now, and I've sold many domains in that time. I love domains. I used to buy and sell houses over the telephone, just for myself. And the thing I like about domains today in the year 2025 is you don't need to insure them. You don't have a risk of them burning down in a fire like, sadly, a lot of people lost real estate, houses in LA recently, amongst other places in California where whole cities have burned. I don't like having tangible goods. I like digital goods that I can carry on my cell phone or my laptop or exist digitally, but have as high a value as real estate, maybe even more value than a house or a car, but they're not even tangible. You can't even touch a domain name. You can see it on your computer screen or your phone screen, but you can't touch it. And I like that. Nobody can slip and fall on your domain name and sue you. I mean, they could try, but it'd be foolish. They probably wouldn't have success suing you. Anyway, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to talk through and show you how I think you could buy domains and make a boatload of money in a very short time. So what I've been doing as of late is buying Web3 domains. And a lot of people don't like buying Web3 domains because they don't know how to work with them. So I'm going to go through a very fast, very straight to the point video of how to deal with Web3 domains to get them to resolve to a web page. And I think a lot of people are probably going to go out tomorrow and start buying Web3 domains. So here we go. I buy Web3 domains at NameCheap. And there are many different extensions like .1 is my favorite Web3 extension. I'll show you how to come up with different Web3 extensions. I'm going to type in a word dumb, just as a goofy word to work with. And when I search it, it's going to say dumb.com is taken, but for basically $9,000, you could buy dumb.net. Okay, I don't want to, but I'm just trying to show how things work on NameCheap, and GoDaddy is very much the same. So you can scroll through and see different domains. These are all, I am pretty sure, Web2 domains, but when you get down here to explore 400 additional extensions, you start getting into Web3 domains. You'd have to check and see if any of the extensions come up on GoDaddy, because GoDaddy doesn't sell Web3 domains. So if you type in dumb.ac on GoDaddy and it comes up as available, I'm going to copy it. Let's go to GoDaddy. Then you'll know, okay, in fact, it's a Web2 domain and it has a different way of resolving getting to a web page. So I'm going to paste it in, search. GoDaddy's probably going to say it doesn't. Oh, I'm surprised. Okay, so this is a Web2. It comes up as available on GoDaddy. And so what that tells you is it's a Web2 domain, because again, I don't think GoDaddy sells Web3 domains. They may in the future. I'm sure they will at some point in time, but as of today, as of right this minute, I don't believe they do. So once again, NameCheap is where I'm at. I've typed in done. I hit the search. So let me back this out. Actually, I've got it copied. I'm going to go back to the start. NameCheap. I'm going to paste it in here. I want my favorite extension, .1, and I'm going to search it, and what do you know, it comes up available. And look at the price. Holy crap, are you serious? $1.98? Well, that's only the first year, but you can, I believe, buy multiple years at $1.98, but you can only do it once the first time. I think it hits you at like $40 a year after the first year. So let's try 2 years and see if I'm right. I think it gives you a discount on the second year the first time. There's some funky mathematical equation to figure out what it's charging. I think it goes $20 a year, which is half of the annual fee, the normal annual fee, but it'll only do it on the first registration. So me being so cheap, I'm just going to hit it for $1.98 for 1 year, and I'm going to hope I sell it. So I'm going to hit checkout. 1 year, $1.98. I've got funds preloaded in my account. Confirm order, and I got to click the box at the bottom. I understand all the boilerplate or fine print that I did not read. I'm going to hit pay. Here's where it says funds. Normally I'd have to put a credit card in or PayPal, but I've already got funds in the account, so I'm going to hit pay. What it's doing is it's writing to the blockchain. So this domain actually lives on the blockchain. However, the way that I use my Web3 domains is I barely get to the blockchain and I'm back to Web2 where I resolve my pages, and I'll show you how I do that. So my first step, I just bought this for $1.98. The domain is dumb.one, and it's just, I'm using it for a sample, but I probably will sell it. I'd be surprised if I don't sell it. Somebody will buy it. So I'm going to hit manage, and I'm going to scroll to the bottom, sell domain. I'm just going to throw a random number in there. Let me say 199 bucks. I'd be surprised if somebody didn't see this video and buy it. Because it's a simple enough short 4-letter word, .one. I mean, if you told somebody I bought dumb.one, they'd laugh. And you said I bought it for $199, they'd say, that seems pretty reasonable. So I'm gonna, so I hit $199 for my price, 90 days the duration. It's not a adult listing, so no, not an adult listing. And then I click send an email when this domain is successfully sold. I hit sell domain and I'm done. But I have to come back in 90 days to relist it if it doesn't sell. Otherwise, it's not going to be available for sale. And I'm going to scratch my head after 90 days and go, gee, why is this domain not selling if I don't remember to go back and renew the listing? Now I'm going to, on the front page, I'm not going to click any of the buttons up here. No advanced DNS, no nothing special. I'm on the front page of the domain. Here's the dumb.one domain. And I'm going to go down to the destination URL. And I'm going to put in one of my other Web2 domains. Why would I do that? Because it's already built. It already has SSL protection. I don't have to do anything at all in order to get the web page to resolve once I point it. So I'm going to point it to my other resolving page and all done. Now this thing will actually resolve. Problem is I don't have a page up yet. So I got to run to HostGator, and I'm going to put a folder on my Santa Cruz video domain. So I'll add a folder, dumb in lowercase dumb one, and I'm going to create the folder. So now under Santa Cruz video, I scroll down to dumb.one, and what I will do is I'll take a domain that's similar, and I'm going to copy it to dumb one, and I'm going to copy this link, copy. So I copied the index. I'm going to copy the for sale graphic, and I don't need any other graphics or .ht access files. I'm basically SSL protected under the domain that's a Web2 domain. So I'll go now to dumb.one. I'm going to edit the HTML, or index, I should say, file. So dumb is MB. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to just keep moving it down. Paste. And what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to rem the graphic. So that graphic is now not going to be read by the page. And I'm going to put in an H1, my fingers, put in an H1 tag, close it, and it gives me an open and a close. Where is it? Open and close. And then I'm just going to write the name in there. And what that does is it's a quick, easy way to take a page that I'm reusing. I'm recycling the page. I'm going to paste in the name dumb. I'm going to just go through the page manually. You could do this in Notepad++ and do it really quick and easy. You can use pretty much any HTML editing web page software and quickly have the software do the work. But I'm doing it because I'm holding the camera in one hand and I'm talking as I'm doing it, and I'll just quickly do it manually. So this is 2225 now, and I've got, I think, one more of these to paste. And here's the last one. Paste, save. Okay, I believe it's done. I believe it will resolve. So we type dum.1. Problem is, it's a Web3 domain. And so you can't resolve, at least at this time, at this point in time, you can't resolve a Web3 domain name in a Web2 Firefox browser or Chrome browser or Brave browser or Safari browser without downloading an extension to do the work. I think at some point, Chrome, Google Chrome, Firefox, all Brave, all the browsers are just going to automatically include the little extension. So when you type in dum.1, you hit enter and it'll resolve. But that's not happening at this moment. So how do we get it to resolve in a Web2 browser? We type .hns, and the way to remember that is handshake. They call it a handshake domain. So you type the domain dum.1.hns.to/ hit enter, and there it is. So now I've got it set up. When somebody comes to dum.1, they'll be dropped at NameCheap, and it says make offer, but you can buy it now for, I think I put $1.99. And pretty much that's it. So in a few minutes, I don't know how many, it looks like, I'm going to guess 10 or less minutes, I was able to come up with a dumb name, dum.1. I was able to buy it from NameCheap. I was able to point it. I was able to list it for sale. And I was able to put up a Web2 page that it could point to and resolve. So when you type in the Web3 name with the .hns.to/ appended to it, it'll resolve. And so when somebody sees this, they're going to say, oh, that's dum.1, a domain name, and it is. But you might want to say Web3 domain, because if somebody's not aware, you can't just type dum.1 in a Web2 browser and get there. Eventually you should be able to, but today you cannot. So you want to at least let them know it's a Web3 domain, and you can tell them it's a handshake domain. So here's handshake. There's a lot of explanation you can get from NameCheap. And then if you look at all these cool different handshake extensions or TLDs, these are some pretty cool TLDs, I would say. If you're looking for like a really cool name, you know, there's a lot of really cool TLD names here, and they're not too expensive. You know, they're a little bit, but they're not so expensive that you wouldn't want to buy one or two that were really cool. And I'll say this to finish. What's so cool about Web3 domains is they come with a payment system baked in. What does that mean? Well, do you use Google Chrome or do you use Firefox? They come with MetaMask wallet. And you say, I don't even know what that means, and I could care less to figure out what it means. Well, what it means is once you connect with the MetaMask wallet in Google Chrome or Firefox, you can buy and sell with crypto. And you're like, well, I don't even own any crypto. Yeah, you don't, not yet. But you've seen those ATM machines offering to sell Bitcoin. That's that's tomorrow. It's right around the corner. It's actually probably today, but it's not recognizable today to everybody. So it looks like it's still tomorrow. But what I'm saying here is this is happening right under our noses. And if you're aware of it and you understand how things work, I would claim today, right now, this minute in the year 2025, we are equally the same. We're in a parallel as if the year was 1849 when they just discovered gold in California. Could you imagine if you knew in the year 1849 what you now know today in the year 2025? Well, that is where we are at if you understand it. But if you don't, hey, blow off this video, go watch television and hang out for a year or two, and then come back and watch this video. And I'm going to guess every name you would have bought will be bought up and gone. And every name that you think didn't have value is going to be selling for many, many, many thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly millions. And you could have bought them for how much? Let's put another name in here and we'll see what NameCheap wants. $1.98 for the first year. That's only the first year. If you want to keep that name that you buy for $1.98, next year it's going to cost you $40, unless today you buy multiple years. And what will happen is your first year will be $1.98, and then every subsequent year will be $20. It's half price, I believe. I'm not promoting for NameCheap. I'm just very happy with NameCheap because I was a staunch GoDaddy customer for about 27 years until they screwed me over. Afternic and GoDaddy, I'm not happy. I'm not one of their favorite customers anymore, but I would sure love if they got their stuff together and came back around to doing business the way I'd like to see it be done, where somebody comes to buy my domain name, oh, and they can buy it. Instead of Afternic telling you, when you search my domain, my .com domains on GoDaddy, when I list them for sale on GoDaddy, and you arrive at Afternic and it says, oh, it's unavailable. Paul doesn't want to sell his domain. Bull. I want to sell every one of my domains. But you, the buyer, will never know it. Why? Because GoDaddy blames Afternic and Afternic blames GoDaddy. So as long as they can keep this stupid little elementary school bickering going, I guess it's explainable and you can sweep it under the carpet. But I'm now a NameCheap fan. One, because of the price. Two, because they sell Web3 names. And three, I've had them do me no wrong. So far, 100% of everything NameCheap has done has been great. I'll end the video with that. Go to bestdomains.app if you want to make $500 selling a domain name. Subscribe if you would. Thanks for watching.